So now guys, here we are going to find out O B dash is already known and OB is known, right? So what is this? We need to find out the C point with respect to O. So OC is needed to be known, right? Just look at it, you'll understand. OC is needed to be known. So to find out OC, I'm going to write this manner. OC is equal to capital O, capital C divided by capital O, capital B dash multiplied by OB dash. So from this, you are going to get the value of that small o, small c. These are the lowercase letters. These are the capital letters. Okay. Small o, small o's, small o, small c. So where will that lie? That will lie on this line, which I'm going to draw right now. I'll use a red color to draw it. So we see that O, B dash, C are on the same line. So O is here, B dash is here. So C should somewhere lie on the same line at some distance, right, downwards. So that is the value of C. That is the point of C you will get from here. So that then I will name it point C. So without doing any calculation like radial or tangential or Coriolis, we got point C just from by using this rule of ratios. Okay. Now we are going to get to the next point, which is to find out the value of CD. Okay, C with respect to D is what we are going to find out right now. So let me take one more table here, one more column, and we will take this one here, and we are going to just extend it here, and then this one, and then here. I'm just increasing the length of the table, and that I think the next parts we don't need Coriolis because Coriolis is not present here. So I'm going to right away jump into the link C and D. CD has a radial component as well as tangential component. You can see velocity of C with respect to D square divided by CD, you'll get the magnitude. And for the direction purpose, we are going to just draw perpendicular to CD. So perpendicular to CD will look something like this, all right? This is the direction which you want. So the same thing passing through C, we have to draw. Passing through C, we have to draw that line which is perpendicular, right, to CD. And then you even need a tangential component to it. One is radial component, which is coming inwards, and tangential component. Sorry, I have showed you the perpendicular is the tangential component. So radial component will be in this direction. Let me do it with an arrow. So this is the radial component, the direction along. So passing through C, yes, you know the proper magnitude also of this. Just draw a line which pulls it inwards in this direction, parallel to that length. Maybe this is the length, yes. And then we have to draw a tangential component for which we don't have the magnitude. And the tangential component value, we don't know the arrow, so it will be just perpendicular. We know the direction, and that will be perpendicular to the line, right? So take a perpendicular to this line and just draw it upwards. So you got the tangential component. This is the other one is radial component. Now go to the next link. We know that somewhere on this link you have the point D. So now go to DG, D with respect to G. It is having a linear motion. This is also entirely a different case. Okay, this has linear motion. So the direction is direction of acceleration is parallel to the motion. Okay, so passing through G, I can just take an arrow passing through G and in the left side, yes, towards the left. passing through G. So wherever I see this point intersecting, that is my point D. That is my point D. Yes. So let me name all the radial and tangential components so that no one gets confused over here. So which color should we use? Let's use this blue, right? So this is the first point B, properly known. This is Coriolis component, and this is tangential or parallel component along the link, right? So along the link is parallel component. I'll just put it this way. And finally, you got this point, right? This point, radial tangential. This is the radial component, and here is a tangential component, AT, right? AT tangential. And again, you can see that this is a radial component and this is a tangential component. So now joining all these things properly, you will get a acceleration diagram. I'll show you how to join. So let's take a darker color. Let's take this same lighter color. So this is the first link which you should know about, which is absolute value. And next thing is I have connected two things, right? So we can draw it in this manner. As I have connected these four things, I can connect the point B dash to B. So B dash with respect to B dash, B arrow this manner, no problem. And then draw O and B dash, connect O and B dash also. O and B dash, radial and tangential, right? So you can connect it in this manner. And then there is C. C also with respect to O along the same line. So you can just extend it till C also. Let me just undo it. I'll extend it till C from here till C. B dash is just a part of it in the middle. Okay, and then I can connect to D and C also, and this is connected. So this is the actual acceleration diagram which you are looking at. This color which I used in the end, this is the actual acceleration diagram. From this acceleration diagram, you can find out the from this acceleration diagram, you can find out angular accelerations of each and every link, and you can find out uh, linear acceleration of the sliders, both the sliders. So anything you want to find out using this method, you can find out. So thank you.